Hi everyone, thanks a lot for watching this short video on how to deploy CyberArk PAM onto Microsoft Azure. It is a step-by-step video and can help you to deploy CyberArk PAM within 1 hour time onto Microsoft Azure. So without further ado, let me kickstart my presentation and then we will quickly deep dive onto the deployment steps. So this is the brief agenda I have put together. First, we will talk about some of the preparation steps, and then we will quickly move on to how you can import all the CyberArk images into your own Azure environment. Then in the last, we will talk about step-by-step deployment. First of all, to get all the CyberArk images, you have to reach out to CyberArk sales team or open a support ticket. So within generally 2 to 3 business days, you should receive the following URL from CyberArk. And once we have all the URLs, then you can move on to the next step. So the next step is the storage account preparation. On Microsoft Azure, the first thing what you have to do, you have to create a dedicated resource group. And then within the resource group, there is a need to create a storage account. And within the newly created storage account, you have to create a container. And within this container, first of all, you can upload your recpub.key and the license file. Both of these files, you can get it from CyberArk team. So once you are done, then you can move on to the next step. So the next step is how you can import all the images onto your storage account. The first step is what you have to do. You have to go to the CyberArk GitHub page. And from the CyberArk GitHub page, the first thing what you have to do, you have to download a PowerShell script. The script is named as import passimages.ps1. And once you are able to download this script, then on the Microsoft Azure, you have to go to the Cloud Shell. In the Cloud Shell, you can upload this specific script. And once you are able to do that, then the next step is quite simple, but it is a time-consuming step. So I have pasted a sample example here. So you have to make use of this command to import the CyberArk provided images onto your own storage account. Again, you can upload all these images one by one, or you can do it in a single go. And it takes like a couple of hours. And once all your images has been uploaded, so within your storage account, this is how it's going to look like. In the storage account, you should be able to see all the CyberArk provided pass images. And on top of it, you should be able to see the license file and the recpub.key file. In terms of the deployment steps, so we divide this entire deployment into 4 different steps. The first thing what you will be doing, you will be deploying the first template. It is called Pass Full Network template. It can help you to deploy the VNet. It can help you to create a security groups and the subnets and so on. So once this template has been deployed, then you can move on to the next step. The next step is you will be deploying the vault, the CyberArk vault, using Pass Vault Deploy template. Again, all these templates are posted on the CyberArk GitHub page. Later on during my deployment, I will be showcasing to you. Then as a next step, you can deploy a jump host. Apart from that, you can start deploying all these components one by one. So all these components called PVWA, CPM, PSM can be deployed only with the help of the single component deployed template. Once you do that, once everything gets deployed, then as a last step, what we will be doing, we will be accessing the PVWA URL from the CyberArk's jump host. And once we are able to do that, so then you will be able to validate, hey, entire past deployment has gone through okay. So that's it from my side, from the presentation perspective. Let's jump onto the deployment. So from the deployment perspective, So the first thing what you can do, you can go to the CyberArk GitHub page. On the GitHub page, you will be able to see all the Azure templates. The first template or the first PowerShell script I was talking about is the import pass images.ps1. With the help of this PowerShell script, if you can refer back to my command, what I shared earlier on, you will be able to import all the CyberArk pass images onto your storage account. And if I go below, so you are able to see there are different templates available. We will be leveraging upon the PaaS full network, and then we will be jumping onto the PaaS Vault deployment template, and then we will be deploying this single component deploy template. For my today's deployment, I will not be talking about the PaaS TR deployment template, but it should be pretty straightforward. You can try deploying it on your own. So if I go to the Microsoft Azure, so let me go to the resource groups. In the resource groups, or we can go to the storage account. In the storage account, I have created a storage account called Raj PaaS Deployment. In this storage account, one of the key considerations you can have is whenever you are setting up a TLS version, try to set it to version 1.0. The reason is I found it, there is some sort of a bug. So this is the reason if you tried using the version 1.2, you might encounter some sort of issue. So I have set this version to 1.0 for time being. And then you can go to the container. I have created a container named CyberArk PaaS images. If I go to this particular container, you are able to see I got a PaaS Vault, PVWA, PSM, CPM, rackpub.key, and the license.xml file. So all these files are there. So let's try deploying the network first. So what you can do, you can open in a new window. Then what's going to happen? It will ask you to log in again. And then once it will ask you to log in. So here in the resource group, what I'll do, I'll try to create a new resource group altogether. So let me name it as a Raj PaaS Deployment V2. So once we do that, rest of the parameters, rest of the VNet, subnet, CIDR range, you can leave it as it is if you don't want to change it. For the user access and administrator, I'm going to put it as a 10.0.7.0. And so once we do that, so then we can simply click on a review and create. And once we click on a review and create, it is going to run some sort of a validation check and looks like everything looks okay. Then I will press a create button. So it takes, I think, 1 to 2 minutes to deploy this entire VNet template. So let's wait for the templates to get finished. For the next step, what we can do just to be ready. So we will be deploying this PaaS Vault deploy template. So what I can do, I can simply open in a new tab. And then once I'm able to authenticate. So let's start filling up all the parameters. So the first one is the resource group. On the resource group, we have created a new resource group called Raj PaaS Deployment V2. Again, you can create whatever you want. So license agreement is accept. So this is the key vault. Okay, for the key vault, you can name it whatever you want. Again, this is referring to the Azure key vault. So here I'm referring it, I'm naming it as like a Raj deployment key vault. So now as a next step, it is asking me to fill in the storage account name. So the storage account name, let me go to the storage account. My storage account is Raj PaaS Deployment. Raj PaaS Deployment. And the container name is CyberArk PaaS Images. That's where my license in the rack pub key is stored. CyberArk PaaS images. Let me double check. CyberArk pass images. Yeah, it looks okay. Then the next step, it is asking for a storage account access key. So what I'll do, I'll go to the storage account and then I'll go to the access keys and I will copy one of the keys and then I'll paste it there. So that's how the CyberArk Vault will be able to authenticate to the storage account to fetch your license key as well as a recpub.key. And then it is referring to the license.xml and the recpub.key. For the primary vault administrator password, you can keep it as a strong password. And then the DR user password. Then the primary vault VM name, you can keep it as it is. On the admin user, you can name it whatever is allowed in your organization. In my case, I'm just using it as a Rajneesh as a username. Then it is asking us for an image ID. For an image ID, what we can do, you can go to the images. Once you go to the images, so that's where we'll see all the 4 images. And in this case, because we are deploying a vault, so that's where we have to get the resource ID of the vault. So it is going to talk about the subscription, then the subscription ID resource group, then the storage group name, and then the image name. So I'll simply copy and paste here. So once I'm able to paste it, then everything we can leave as it is. So it is going to do a validation check, and then we will be creating in Vault. So it takes about like 10 minutes. So then probably in the meanwhile, what we can do, we can go to our resource groups, and then we will try creating another subnet group, and that's where we will deploy the jump host. So here we will go to the PaaS VNet. If I go to the subnets, so these all are the subnets created as part of my network template. So let's create a new subnet. We can call it a administrator or a jump host subnet. And we can define a subnet range is 10.07.0, and then we can create a subnet. Okay, now the subnet has been created. So what we can do, we can go back to the resource groups. In the resource groups, let's create a jump host. So I'll be leveraging upon the Windows Server 2019 data center. Once I click here, so that's where the resource group is okay. And then the virtual machine name, you can simply name it as a jump host. So currently it is a generation 1, and we are selecting it as a B2S. And then you can define a username and password. So once you do that, and then you can choose all these options. On the networking side, we have created a new subnet called Jump Host subnet. That's what we will be leveraging upon. And then we will be accessing it from the internet. That's where I'm assigning a public IP. Then we can leave the management as it is. We can simply press on review and create. Validation has passed, and then we can create a jump host. So it will take another 5 minutes. Let's go to our vault. It is taking a little bit of time. So let me pause this video. It took around 10 minutes of time. So if we see the deployment details, everything looks okay. In the same time, the jump host we created. So this jump host deployment has also been completed. So what we can do, so now we can start deploying all other components one by one. Let's deploy the PVWA first of all. So I have selected this pass single deployment template. So then let me go to this deployment template. The resource group, we will be deploying it in the same resource group. So license agreement, you have to accept it. So let's look into the vault IP. So in my case, the vault IP is 10.01.4. So I will use 10.104. And then you have to supply the password of the Vault admin user. So first, let's try deploying the PVWA. I'm going to give the host name as a PVWA, and then you have to provide a username and password for this specific virtual machine. Now we have to copy the image ID. For the image ID, as we did it last time, you have to go to the CyberArk images. In the images, now we are trying to deploy the PVWA. For the PVWA, go to the properties and let's copy this resource ID. And once you are able to copy this resource ID, just paste it here. And another thing what we have to configure here is the component subnet. For the component subnet, what we can do, we can go to the resource group we created. Within the resource group, so there should be a VNet got created. And once you are able to go to the VNet, we'll go to the subnets. In the subnets, we can copy this PVWA subnet name. So that's where we will be deploying our PVWA. So once you copy here and then simply click on a review and create, let it run the validation. Everything looks okay. Just press on a create button. Again, it will take like 5 to 10 minutes. In the meanwhile, let's start deploying the CPM and PSN just to save time. So you have to authenticate again. So once you are able to authenticate on the resource group, you can choose the same resource group. You have to accept it. And the vault IP address was 10.01.4, I think. Let me check. Yeah, it's 10.01.4. And then you have to key in your vault admin password. And let's deploy CPM this time. So the VM hostname, I'm keeping it as a CPM. You can choose whatever you want. Image ID, let's copy the image ID. If we go to the CPM, in the CPM, go to the properties, copy the resource ID from there. Go to the custom deployment, just copy it, and it is asking us about the component subnet. So in this case, we are deploying CPM. Let's deploy CPM in this particular subnet, CPM/subnet. So just click on a create, and then before we click on a create, let's see whether the deployment of the PVW has gone through or not. So I think it looks okay. Let's deploy this template. So PVWA deployment is also going through. So I think it will take a couple of minutes. So let's wait for 5 minutes here. So let me pause the recording. So now we can see CPM deployment is still going on, whereas the PVWA deployment has gone through okay. So now let's try deploying the PSM, the last component. So let me click. So let me authenticate again. Once you are able to authenticate, then we have to fill up a few parameters here. So we will be using Raj PaaS deployment v2. We can accept the license agreement, and the vault IP address is 10.01.4. 1.4. So let me fill in the vault admin password, and we are trying to deploy the PSM. Let's keep the hostname as PSM as well. Apply the username and password of the PSM virtual machine. And then we have to key in the image ID. For the image ID, go to the properties, copy this resource ID. And then we have to copy the component subnet or the PSM subnet. If I go to the PaaS VNet, then you can copy this PSM-subnet. So once you fill in all these details, press on review and create. Once you click on create, again, it takes about like 5 to 10 minutes. So currently we can see CPM deployment is still going on. PSM is just started. So let me pause this video. So now we can see the deployment has gone through successfully. CPM, I think this one is the PSM and the PVWA. So as a last step, what we can do, let's go to the jump host. And from the jump host, we will try to access the CyberArk's PVWA. So let me go to the resource groups. So in the resource group, if I go to the Raj PaaS deployment 2, so let's go to the jump host. In the jump host, we will try to connect. That's connected through RDP. Let me download the RDP file. And let me log in. So once I'm able to log in, let me check what's the IP address of my PVWA. So on the PVWA, if I go to the PVWA, so 10.02.4 is the IP address of my PVWA. Let me close this server manager. Let me go to the Internet Explorer. Press OK. Let's see. 10.02.4 password vault/v10. So let's try accessing this web page. Let me add this. And then let me log in. So once I'm able to log in, we can go to the system health. In the system health, we can see PVWA, Vault, CPM, and PSM. Everything looks okay. So that's how we conclude the demonstration and the deployment of CyberArk PAM on Microsoft Azure using the ARM template. Thanks a lot, everyone, for watching this video.